We now return to Let's Play Zeus. So as you can see, I've changed this just a little bit, and I'm not completely sold on the layout of it. The idea being that this guy can make it all the way around, and we'll have warehouses in the middle. Now that will leave a bit of a gap in here, and I'm thinking that maybe I'll be able to branch some kind of road through there, so maybe I can change this pathway, although, I mean, why would I if it works already? I might end up squeezing these together a little bit more or something, I don't know. But I did pull the road away. I moved these guys. I pulled the road away from where the wall is going to be, and I'll have the wall on the road on the outside of the wall in order to get those towers. So now that we've got a few people here, just a few, I think we're going to need a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and put some down. We seem to have plenty of food, so that's not an issue there. I did say I would like to put a warehouse, a warehouse in the middle between here and the final destination up here. So I might just go ahead and put one down now. Although I don't have the people really to do it. What I actually want to do is start the olive oil, because that is going to allow us to begin the colony.
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant. Worship me and find out.
So I think I'll go ahead and put this there. The idea of where I put the gate was to actually keep the entrance to the hill actually outside the walls. I don't know, just having a big wall coming around here pointlessly, just I don't know, maybe I'll change that a little bit later. I can always move the wall out, but for now this will be fine, and we'll move the wall to this corner right here where there will be a tower. Hephaestus isn't going up right away anyhow, so I need to begin with a grower's lodge, which is actually going to be way, way, way out here. Let's just finish this road work here. Maybe I can do something else with that later, as stated. So, let's do a grower's lodge. How much does that take up? 12 people? So, okay, we're starting to get a few more. People are moving in. Good. So let's get two. Nope. I need grower's lodge. Another grower's lodge. And it's probably out of season, or the off season, for the olives, but we'll go ahead and put those down, and we'll take out a few of these sacred trees, just to start a small batch up here. I guess we'll just put some down, and it's clearly not going to go everywhere. Probably have to clear out more trees. Plant more trees. We'll keep this half for olive trees and this half for grapevine. Probably going to need a little, even just a little bit more. That's okay, we got some speed adjustments we can make here. And watch that money come in. That's good. Yeah, this was obviously due to, well, what was it due to? Construction, obviously. So that hurts a lot, but we're now back up to 17, which is good. It's a far cry from where we were last year, end of last year. So I can't complain too much. I mean, I guess I could just run it at full speed. Man, there's a huge difference between 100 and 90. We have no participants for that. That's okay. A few more people coming in. Hey, we can dispatch to Thebes. Is Thebes one of our... Yes, they are. Cool. Nobody else buys food. I suppose I could just start giving food away. How's that? Wow, that was quite a quick response time. But yeah, we got onions for days, so everyone can have onions. In fact, it probably would be a good idea just to get rid of some maybe knock out one of these farms. Thebes loves me. Because we really don't need it, and we could actually... Man. Okay, fine. Gift of wine. Ooh, hey, we will postpone that. We do have a few extra people, just a few. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. I may regret letting them wander through there, so I think I'll wait until the very end to allow that to happen. Put this one here, and this one will only accept, will get wine. There we go. Something we will just hang on to. The Nemean Games. Something we can finally participate in. And I think we could probably afford to get rid of a farm and then use that a little bit better. Why don't we go ahead and put down another one of these. Now, there are 6 different resources. For main Agora. Do I want to take that out? That would leave me with a 7th one, so I could, you know what we'll do here. We will use this to get fleece. And right now this will just work that way. I want to move this anyway because of the way the columns kind of sit there weird. Gnosis regards me more highly. We were defeated at the Nemean Games. Somehow this does not surprise me. Alright. So that's taken care of. Let's put down that one. So now if I put out the columns here, I mean it kind of fits. It kind of blends in with the granary, but it looks a little bit better, I think. I mean I could swap them out so they're standing here, but whatever. Do that and then we will accept marble? Or should we get marble? Kind of as our halfway point. What else would I be producing down here? I suppose bronze, armor. I just kind of want them to be able to drag it halfway and then have these guys go the rest of the way. I think that'll be far more efficient. Because how much have we actually sold this year?
If you worship me, traders will find travel to this city easy.
We have sold a whopping 4. So we could definitely be making more money on that. We have completely sold all the wood that we were allowed to sell this year. Not a super fan of that. Oh yeah, another thing, speaking of this little urchin man here, I was thinking that the next pier that fits here, I could actually put a bridge right next to it, which I think across the river there would still allow me to have my 2 triremes, but the goal of this is just that it would open up this shoreline to this spot. So if I put an urchin here or whatever, I think they might shortcut it to here. Maybe not. The walker might specifically be in water and only in water. I don't know if they go over land. Because they come out from here. It might be like fishing boats, so they probably wouldn't. I mean, it'd be an interesting experiment, but yeah, that probably would not be how that worked. Where are we at here? Happiness monument available. So we've hit our balance. Okay, so that means it's time for more people. What we can do is go ahead and evolve them to the next level, but I think I'd rather start over here on a new housing block. We'll go ahead and just... Oh, frick. I could have undone that. We will do... like there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How far does it actually go? I think if I... Oh, they disappeared because there was no road there. I get you. 6, 7, 8. Might even go all the way to 10, to be honest. That'd be a lot of housing. I don't think we need to go that far with it, though, aesthetically. Because we really don't need to be dragging the housing out that far. It will give me a little bit of a branch, so I can put a small workers' housing here, and then kind of go along here, and that way I can still put a wall around this side. I might just have the wall corner into the cliff face here. I think that would actually probably be easiest. I mean, of course it would be easiest, but would it look good? Because I'm not completing the wall here, not planning to complete the wall. Because I'm not planning to complete the wall up here. Unless I swung it around, or cut it off here, so that it came in, and then there's just a little roadway out here that would go out of... I could just enclose the city and leave the hills out of it. So I might end up changing my mind on this anyway. Well, whatever. Let's keep the city going. And we do need a couple of things. We'll need a water source. So I put the water source... Yeah, why not? We'll actually get rid of that one and put that one. And we'll grab some people. Now I do need to think about putting the hoplite guard down. There is no unrest in the city, and at the difficulty level I've chosen, I don't know that there will ever be unrest, but it's another building I can put down anyway. Pythian Games, we had nobody. So yeah, I think we'll just have another little housing block, maybe even 2. We could probably squeeze in 2 here. Put one like here, and then another sideways one here or something. I don't know, we'll find out. So we've got plenty of food. We can probably go ahead and straight up put a food agora in there. And this should be giving me plenty of people now. So, what do I want to do here? We've clearly got olives. So let's slow that down and pause, because these guys are probably about ready to collapse. Because I did not complete what I was doing when I was talking over here. Hopefully it's not too late for those guys. So, now we need a storehouse here. Yeah, we'll just do a storehouse there. For the accepting of olives. And we'll just accept all of them. Accept all of them. There we go.
Choose me, and you'll never have to fear fire.
Okay. So we'll slow that down, and then we will head into olive presses. So yeah, that is going to be a little bit weird. It's not going to be... How did I not measure that out correctly? Interesting. So really, these should be moved back so I can do something like columns. These guys... Well, okay. The growing season is apparently done. The harvest is probably a ways away. I should probably look at that, actually. Harvest trees in January. It is December. Oh. So the next harvest is right around the corner. I think it's time we do our olive pressing. So now how... Okay, that will fit. So there'll just be gaps, which is fine. Because if I set them off kilter, hygiene's deteriorating. I imagine that's because of these people. Over here, who have no food, or have just the bare minimum of food. They need access to a healer regardless. But anyway, this olive press. So if I set one off, then I could put a middle road in. To what end, I don't know. Because it's really unnecessary. But if I do want some kind of roadway in here, I guess I could just put one there anyway and not actually put buildings in, but just have it as a pathway. Even though this would probably be just as good, maybe not. Be a little bit of a shortcut, I suppose. Oh, whatever. We can always beautify a little bit of the area, especially since we'll be putting in housing down here and potentially over here. We'll need something to offset it just a little bit. So we'll put 2 of those down, and we will begin the pressing of olive oil. Let's say a gazebo here. It's a little ostentatious and completely out of the way for an industrial center, so maybe we'll just stick with the parks. And then I kind of wanted also to do that. So that means I'll be moving these back as well. Oh well, that's okay. So I could... Man, that's a lot of growers out there. They must produce 3 per building? Well, anyway, another thing I can be doing is getting my... See, so I should move that over then. We will accept marble. We will empty marble. Has this been... It has been. Good. Unfortunately, I think piers count as accepts. So, does that mean we're just stuck here? Because this guy came all the way from down here. I don't think it's coming out of this. So this is not working.
If you worship me, traders will find travel to this city easy.
We won the Olympic game. How did we do that? If we have a working stadium in 4 years... Ah, shit. Where's the stadium going to go? Cool. I don't know how we won the Olympics when we only have a gymnastics guy in here, but we did. So now I need to figure out where I'm going to put the... And I guess the stadium will have to go over here. Because if I'm going to put elite housing over here, they will need access to athletes. And this thing could actually go here, kind of as a middle ground. All of them would... All of the guys that are produced from the gymnasium would come out here. It's just that you only... But athletes would walk from the gymnasium to the stadium. But the stadium would produce athletes, but it wouldn't serve a purpose if it was out there. So really, I'd probably be better off putting the stadium close by the palace, maybe here. And then I could maybe branch off 1, maybe 2. There'd be probably a 3rd level of elite housing that doesn't have access to the athletes. But if I snake the neighborhoods in... See, I don't know. Like, I might actually only get 2 neighborhoods over on this side. This really does provide a lot more space. I can maybe get 3 neighborhoods worth, but I have a limitation of hoplite, so I don't know how many I would actually need. I could always build another elite housing level out here, I suppose. Maybe just one level of elite housing with a stadium and then walls, because I do still want the walls. I don't know. 4 years to produce that. I could produce it now. I've got the people for it. I can move it, though, right? I mean, I could delete it and just move it. So, just for the sake of doing it now, I could. We'd at least have something. It'd be pointless and useless, but we can at least have the games. Okay. We'll have to put this, put it on that side. Now, hopefully, I didn't think about that. Oh, hey, look at that. Gnosis is docile. So we can demand goods, but we still can't make a trade route, right? Yeah, not in this game. That's not how that works. We'd have to conquer Gnosis. And since it's a sea route, I would need to have some triremes going. In fact, I almost feel like hoplites are going to be completely useless unless I want to go conquer Troy, because everything else is out there. How are we doing for... Oh, well, I have no place to put my olive oil. Dead. Yeah, this isn't working as a waypoint. How do I need that? Because these guys don't have access to culture. The Isthmian Games.
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant. Worship me and find out.
So I think I will anticipate putting... Let's narrow that down a little bit. Putting that there. And let's get some culture for these people. Thinking about it, I probably should have put the stadium over here so that they could use it until I decide to build this up, but that's okay. I want to actually start working on other stuff. So we'll go ahead and put a theater down. And then I'm actually going to get myself a drama school, and we'll have it stick out here.
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant.
Dionysus.
Worship me and find out.
So we're going to need people. A lot of people. A lot of people. But start having some culture. So that gave them culture, but where does this guy go? Okay, good. He does exit out of that way. So that's fine. So now we should have plenty of people. Let's see if we have plenty of food. I have, after all, destroyed one of the farms. And I do have some taxes going here. I do not have taxes going here yet. Okay, that actually would work. Put a couple homes at the end of that. And let's see, that's a lot of tax revenue we're not collecting, so let's go ahead and put that down. And unemployment is exactly where it needs to be. We'll go ahead and set this aside. Yeah. And then I think... Let me pause this and save up here. Because it might... There we go. You have decided to leave Larissa for now and establish a colony to supplement the city's resources. After you click Proceed, you will see the world map where you can choose a site to establish a colony. To read a description of a colony site, click on it, choose the one you want, blah blah blah. Okay, so next time we will pick somewhere that will hopefully be a good colony that will supply me with the needs. that I am unable to fulfill myself. With the temples, I'll be able to do a little bit, but there are still some things that I can't get. I think we'll go with somewhere that produces fleece. Then I don't have to import that myself. And as far as needs goods, I think that's the only thing. I will be able to produce my own bronze. It would be best if I could get someone that gave me bronze in tribute, because I honestly don't think Hephaestus is going to produce enough to keep me satisfied. We're able to produce plenty of wine. We don't need Athena for the Growers' Lodge. And I really, maybe I shouldn't build her after all. I'm just thinking, because Dionysus and Athena would bless my buildings, which are relatively in that area. But I don't know that she's going to be able to get there in time. In fact, the way I've got it laid out now with the growers in the north half of it and the industry down in the lower half is probably not good, especially if I'm going to put Hephaestus over there on the north side, northwest side, then he would have better access to what will eventually be foundries and bronze and all that stuff if I put them in the north. And then Dionysus and Athena can get the growers' lodges if I'm putting them down south. So we'll be doing a little bit of rearranging, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, is it necessary even to have them? The blessings would be nice, but are they really useful outweighing the gods that I'm not picking? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, time to end this one here. I'll see you next time.